What's up guys, LA Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you guys episode 25 of my NBA 2K15 MyGM Fantasy Draft franchise. So you can see right here that I'm just going to show you guys the box score of the previous two games just to give you guys a recap, if you haven't seen them already, of what happened when I played the Bulls. So I'm sorry this is a spoiler, you guys make sure to check out those other two games though, so you just have an idea of what the game's been like and some crazy stuff that happened. Game 2 especially, I think you guys would want to check out because some crazy stuff happened in that. But let's listen to what Shaq and Ernie have to say in the 2K Sports pregame show.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
The NBA Finals with its first change of scenery here as we get set for Game 3 on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Chicago Bulls in their house, United Center. And when you take a look at the Bulls, a disappointing overtime loss in Game 2. But they can't revisit the past. Their focus is squarely on the game at hand. There have been a lot of surprises in these playoffs so far, Shaq, but I mean, you look at this series. If you fall down 3-0, I mean, this thing's all but over, right?
You don't want to fall down 3-0 because, Ernie, teams don't come back from 3-0 deficits. If they don't win this one, you know what they can start doing, Ernie? Planning for the summer.
And you know what happens when a team falls down 4-0 in a series?
No.
They're eliminated.
Oh.
It's true. Look it up. It's true. Look it up, big fella, doctor.
Oh.
Look it up, Kevin. Look it up.
Turn the series around emotionally.
Alright guys, Game 3 of Finals is underway, and so far we are up 2-0. You guys have probably already realized that. And so some crazy stuff is going on. We're trying to sweep these opponents. We're trying to go 16-0 through playoffs. But here comes the difficult part of the series. Now we are playing them on the road for the next two games, I believe. That's how playoffs work in this. So I believe we're playing them on the road in the next two games. So we really are going to have some trouble trying to sweep them with that current situation. But I have some exciting news for you guys. Since I know that a lot of you guys are probably just can't wait to see how this finals turns out and just are really enjoying these finals games, I have actually pre-edited the second episode, or episode 26 of this series, and that will be coming up either in the next few hours or later tonight. I should have time to do that, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. Which means Finals Game 3 and Finals Game 4 are coming out on the same day. And for those of you who are wondering just kind of like why I'm doing that, you know, I took like a 2 or 3 day stretch due to finals. I figured the least I could do is kind of reward you guys with some extra videos for a day. Just kind of give you guys just kind of give you guys some finals to watch and just give you guys some exciting playoff series to have go on. But anyways, you see right here, we're down 14-10, but we're going to do some crazy stuff right here. We're going to pick up this rebound, chuck it down to my boy Jimmy Butler, and he's going to let go of it, and cash money, he nails that three-pointer. So let's see the replay. You see he got that ball off in time. There was not even, it wasn't even debatable, but that was definitely off on time. So luckily, that 3 counts, and that could end up really helping us because that was we were down by 4, and then we ended up only being down by 1. So it actually ended up helping us a lot that he hit that three-pointer at the time that he did. But right there, you see that they are up by 4. We're going to get a 3 of our own, though, and now we're just going to be down by 1. So this game is very back and forth. We never really took the lead, but it was back and forth a lot through the first 2 quarters. But right now, we have the ball. We're only down by 1, so we're finally trying to take the lead, something that hasn't actually happened in a long time. I don't think we even took the lead once this whole game. So right here, John Wall's going to come up with the monstrous dunk. Did you guys see that? They tried to call the timeout. They tried to bypass the replay, but I go into the replay menu. I'm going to check this thing out and just watch this. He freaking skied so high, and he just flew right over Thompson. I believe that's Thompson. That was just a beautiful dunk, just absolutely like incredible. When I did that dunk, I mean, I wish I recorded live audio at the same time that I was doing this, just to give you guys some live reaction. But sometimes when some crazy stuff happens in this game, I really do freak out. Like when I hit those game-winning threes, or when I just make sick dunks like that, or like that. Just like this alley-oop right here. So, yeah, I can freak out sometimes. I get really bummed when I'm playing 2K, so I may have to look into doing a live commentary one time. I think that might be an enjoyable experience for some of you guys. But right here you see Jimmy Butler rewarded Colin Bryant with the oop, so Colin Bryant's going to reward him right back. And this is why I love my bench. Now, I didn't realize this until this game, but whenever we get a quick rebound, for some reason, Colin Bryant and Jimmy Butler, as Colin Bryant gets another alley-oop, may I add, Colin Bryant and Jimmy Butler like to go on the fast break and they just start sprinting down court. And this is an awesome offensive strategy because when they do that, all I have to do is pass it to one of them, then oop it to the other guy, and that's like an easy alley-oop. That's right there. John Wall hits the three. So, yeah, it's just been an awesome strategy coming off the bench. The only issue is something I realized, and something I really need to pay more attention to that I didn't notice until I think game 4 maybe. But something that sucks is that I noticed that my team sometimes runs a weird formation when it comes to setting in players, as Klay Thompson's at 3 at perfect release. You guys know that's going in 100% of the time. But something I realized that my team sets up a really weird rotation in the fourth quarter, and they set in like 5 players that I just don't really think can score very well. And I mean, well, they set in Klay Thompson, they set in Andrew Wiggins, and those are the main guys, but I don't really know how to score with those guys unless I'm shooting the ball with them, or unless I can give them good looks with like a good pass. But John Wall isn't in the rotation, so I don't really have any good passers. So it's just really weird, the rotation they set up. So I figured that out in game 4, and I figured out something that you guys may have realized, like, they always come back in the fourth quarter, like, what's been the problem? And I realized that just because they set this weird rotation, and it makes it impossible to score. Because I end up always just shooting threes, and then for some reason they never hit them, even though they have pretty good looks. So, yeah, I realized that the computer can set up some weird rotations. So for those of you who are doing your own MyGM franchise, make sure to pay close attention to that. For every game you play, you may notice some weird stuff happen. Make sure to try to stop that. If you find some weird little rotations going on and they're starting to affect your performance, just switch them out. Sometimes that's the better alternative. Sometimes it's better to play with a low energy good player than a bunch of bad players just working together. You can't create any offense, and you can't formulate a defense with just tons of one-sided players. It just doesn't work. But right there you see they're gonna hit the 3, so we're only up by 5 with 3 minutes left. So we're really trying to do what we can to remain in the lead, but they are just hitting everything, or I should say Rudy Gay is hitting everything. That guy was just on fire. Luckily, we hit a 3 of our own with Klay Thompson at almost impeccable timing, because Klay Thompson was actually struggling a little bit this game, I think, later on. But luckily, he was able to kind of get his stuff back together, coming down late. As right here, see him draining another 3 off the fast break. He just runs, pulls up, drains it. That was like a Steph Curry move right there. And right there, you see there wasn't much they could do once we took that big of a lead. And so we're coming out with the game 3 win. We end up winning 77-68, a 9-point win. So an absolutely beautiful finals run. We're already up 3-0. We went 12-0 in the previous 3 rounds. So in total, we are 15-0 through the playoffs. Let's try to make that 16-0. You guys will see game 4 later today. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Let's try to get as much views on this one and the next video, so we can just have a montage of finals today. But if you guys enjoyed, please click the like button below. Make sure to comment your opinion of the series and what I could do to make it more interesting. Also, make sure to share this with your friends so you can get as much support in the series as we can. Also, make sure to subscribe if you have not already to stay tuned to this series.